Nice.
Oh my god.
Got a late start, but I was hoping I was going to make this a little more direct anyway. Um,
William, still waiting on that recap, man.
His recap is going to be F you guys.
oh, he gave it. It was just very succinct. All right. So, for the sake of get,
You're cutting out again, Tim.
I know, working on it.
Okay.
Why is this fucking thing not working?
Why are you doing this? Like, what is happening with the interschwebs?
Maybe the weather has something to do with it.
Oh, I dislike everything you just said and how right you are.
The fact that he also cut out while saying it.
For fuck's sake with this. Between my goddamn headset that just keeps like doing the boop boop, like registering that it's turned on or unmuted, and my laptop didn't want to fucking kick on, or the low battery. It's like you're plugged in with your low battery.
Check all the connections and the battery is in all the way.
Did you try turning it off and on again?
No, because literally I had a computer that did that and the cord was
I'm about to
bad.
throw my fucking headset. It just keeps beeping at me that it's reconnecting. Oh my god, stop. Stop fucking doing that headset. Stop doing that. Motherfucker.
Sorry, stream. We were having technical
The
difficulties.
goddamn headset switched to my laptop. There we go.
Oh my god, that.
Oh my god, has it really been a year and a half? Oh, I've been doing this for 5 years. Can you believe that? I've been doing this for 5 years.
Can you
What?
specify what this is?
Twitch?
Twitch, yeah. Been doing Twitch for 5 years, and it's only now starting to pay off. By the way, holla at your boy. Apparently, if you have more than 3 concurrent viewers, you are the top 1% of Twitch. No bullshit. You can Google
Well, I mean,
that.
there's a lot of people streaming a lot, and then I'd imagine most views come from people rewatching what was recorded.
Like, isn't that dope shit though? Like, and Willie, thank you for the YouTube comment. I really do appreciate it. Like, I'm trying so hard because all of the shit that I do, and it's been a while since I've streamed because, actually going home and dealing with shit. AJ blew up. I did not.
Why you put that on your stream right now?
Well, because I want to let
You would
people
not
know,
appreciate that.
Blew up
where
on
things are at.
your stream? Blew up on streaming, or blew up like you guys had
No,
it out?
blew up. He blew up in terms of the holidays, and I kept a cool head. Like, I'm normally the one to go kaboom. And I was like, you know what? Absorb the aggression, Scotty. Absorb the aggression. And I did.
Mhm.
And here we are. I'm like, you know what? I can bite down if it's to save somebody else's feelings. However, I will vent about it. And this is my way of venting about it.
Well, I'm proud of you.
Well, thank you, Dad.
Like I know, especially Christmas is a touchy one.
Yeah. Thank you. See? He gets it.
But life is what you make it.
Yes, it
Right.
is. And every day is a blessing, as much as you will or will not believe it.
I like to see homos naked. I don't know.
That's why I got to hug Willie while I was home. I got to give him a bro hug.
Oh, fine feeling, Will. I about lost ribs this morning.
Will better be ready to come and get his love.
What is doing?
Come and get you.
Exactly.
Yeah. Waiting on that recap, Will.
Y'all gonna be waiting a long ass fucking time.
Last time.
Oh
Give up.
man. Uh,
Will, don't run from my love.
Oh no, he ran.
where is
He
that?
ran for the fucking hills.
Where? Hang on. Oh, that was wonderful.
You're already back. Okay.
Y'all-
So last time we got you guys set out to begin your mission. You decided upon during the first council. You were exchanging information, letting them know what you've learned so far. How these dragon cultists seem to be allied as opposed to independent factions like they used to. How you took on Resmir, the Black Worm Speaker, and thwarted their plans to transport a vast sum of wealth. You also told them about the friend that you had made, Asbara Joss, and how he wasn't all he seemed. Red Wizard of Thay, which puzzled some people because they generally keep to themselves. They aren't on good terms with the Lord's Alliance per se, due to their necromantic activities. But it definitely was alarming to the council that they seem to be helping the dragons. There was speak of the White Worm Speaker, Varum. This gentleman is the one you were tasked with humiliating from Talus, who felt she should have been given the promotion. You were told that he was headed north on a... Well, yeah, as like I said, I don't know if we went over why, but all reports pointed towards him heading to the north, to Icewind Dale. You received word through your Zentarum ally. He is no longer in possession of the White Dragon Mask, though, and has since retreated to the south. But there was more that you were tasked with looking into for the north. The Drakahorn, which is stirring dragons and having them kind of beckoning towards them, beckoning them towards a point. You seem to have heard is trapped in Icewind Dale somewhere. As you make your way up to Luskan, you stop off to get more supplies, decide upon how you're going to make your way into the tundra. Decided against going through the sea of moving ice, which was quite treacherous, and opted for traveling by cart through the Spine of the World mountains. Both have their pluses and minuses. There wasn't particularly, one wasn't the right choice for that. Before you guys go, you meet a few interesting characters. You learn a little more about the Arcane Brotherhood, which has their host tower in Luskan. They are considered evil. They're considered evil primarily because they are very selfish. They are looking for power. They're looking for power's sake. They are scholars who want to crack open all the codes. Similar to how the Netherese Empire once was before they fell thousands of years ago.
Too big for their britches.
So out of game, they're guarding all of the doors. They are holding all of the keys, which means that sooner or later someone's gonna have to fight them.
Who, the Arcane Brotherhood?
Yee.
No, they're good ones. Well, not good. Knowledge.
They once controlled the town of Luskan, and went so far as to have the Luskan people fight and try and raid Neverwinter, um, as they specifically were not joining Lord's Alliance. They were their own separate entity. And that attempt to flex backfired tremendously as the recently allied cities mounted a counterattack and pretty much crippled the whole city to the point that the Arcane Brotherhood had to retreat to their host tower, which is currently impenetrable, but they cannot exert nearly the influence they once did. So now they're kind of cornered into being scholars once more.
But I thought some had started to reform before then anyway.
Yeah, so there were some. So the Arcane Brotherhood has been very divisive, depending on, there's a lot of different viewpoints on them throughout the histories. They aren't inherently out to conquer, but they definitely are trying to find the biggest, baddest power that they can. It's a constant grab for power. So some people wanted to separate themselves from that connotation and have kind of reformed an Arcane Brotherhood that's more scholastic and less power driven. You guys end up picking up a modified cart for your journey. Going to be powered by Sleipnir, the 8-legged horse, our paladin's companion.
A.
That he finally chose. Good job. Congrats.
After some intense haggling and a faux pas from our bard, he lets you know that he can give you a deal on this modified cart if you help him complete a task that he's signed on for, which was escorting a certain tiefling who's doing her studies. You were pointed towards this bar. You went and found the person who you're supposed to meet up with, Velian Harple, noticeably not the red tiefling that you were originally thinking. She lets you know that that was her apprentice. Let me double check the name. I'm gonna say Macan. It was like Mac. The Crimson. Yomo. I'll get the exact name in a moment, but
Should be in our Discord
Yeah.
too.
her apprentice had gone to the north to study dragons. There was massive events that would happen sometimes every century, sometimes every few centuries, where dragons would just go into a frenzy and start attacking everything. The last time this happened was over 100 years ago, when dragons actually managed to break a piece of the host tower from the Arcane Brotherhood. Broke off one of its branches. They were kind of looted a bit too. The dragons, didn't just cause destruction, they were adding to their hordes as well.
Dragons should do.
But yes, this tiefling, she went to go investigate more about the Drakhorn and its potential connection towards this furious event. She had recently lost contact. She was sending messages, updating everyone, but hasn't been heard from in a little while now. Any attempt to scry has been blocked. We cannot find her. When scrying upon the ship is wrecked. Scrying upon some of the members, many of them are dead. But yeah, she has faith in her apprentice that she wouldn't go down so easily. Her apprentice apparently has made her life's work studying dragons, and this was her attempt to get closer to study a dragon and learn more of the secrets. You guys were told to set off. and find her, retrieve her, and yeah, I believe that's where we left off.
Sounds great.
Current objectives in the north: pick up that tiefling, learn more about the Drakhorn and whatever, its relation to the summoning of these dragons to some point. Every once in a while, I'd say Balazar, you would hear this high, I don't know if necessarily be a high hum. It would feel almost deafening, but imperceptible to pretty much everyone else. You'd feel like a rumble. But the biggest thing you would notice is after that rumble, you would see dragons. Whatever dragons were kind of in the area took flight and headed towards a direction.
If only he noticed it, right?
Yeah. It's the Drakhorn. It's kind of like a dog whistle for dragons. From best you can tell. There's a lot more to it, but that's part of why you're going up north.
Yeah, I thought the woman, the tiefling, was after a pair of dragons, not a Drakhorn.
Yes. So she went to learn more about the Drakhorn and its relation to, I want to say it's the Fury of Dragons is what they call it, which is the event where they kind of just go mad and start wrecking shit. And she went up north to study and hopefully learn from and get some answers from the ancient white dragons that reside in Icewind Dale. There aren't many ancient white dragons in the southern areas because of the massive amounts of populations. The ones that are down there are not friendly because of that encroaching population. Up north, they're relatively left alone. It's like there's not many people that live past the spine of the world. So yeah, the two up there, they're a mating pair.
And the female's gone mad.
Yes. I was trying to remember if you would know this. Yeah, I'd say pretty much anyone that has survived encounters with it would be able to tell you that she's gone mad. Or at least have interpreted her as going mad. But yeah, we got our vial, we got our little cask of tiefling whiskey, which will keep you guys warm against the temperatures. It won't give you resistance to cold damage, but it will keep you warm enough that I won't make you roll constitution checks every hour on the hour for being in the 20 to 0 degree weather.
Oh, good gods.
Yeah, this is all tundra. You guys also, this is balmy. My other campaign that's in the midst of the endless night, it's negative 40 all of the time. But yeah, so we're heading north. Who is driving?
I would be on my legged seat, so me?
Yeah. Give me a survival check.
Oh my fuck. Okay, now's when I need this. Cool. Hang on.
But can I help or no?
Get the
Yeah.
propaganda.
I just say, if I'm up there with him, I would help. I'd probably have a decent survival.
95% of Uber Eats orders are on time, which is great. Because when I want my spicy shrimp pad thai,
Are
I
we
want
here?
it on time.
We are
Baby,
here.
there's no time like the
What would we get?
especially when it's pad thai related.
So, can I roll as well, or would I have to give him advantage?
Uber Eats gives you 3 months
It
of
de-
$0
I'll leave it up to you
delivery
guys.
free Uber
Either
on time.
either one of you can roll with advantage and say you're helping each other, or you can, just each roll and see.
Oh, good gods.
Plus,
I'll give her advantage if I can.
Sure. I'll say you're focused on this, summoned steed is talking with you.
the highest.
Was that?
18 plus 6 is my highest.
Is the highest? Okay, yeah. So you not as familiar with the icy terrain or the snowy terrain, but still pretty familiar with mountains and forests. You make quick work getting through the actual mountains.
Sip your way to the
Uh,
holiday spirit with Starbucks peppermint mocha. Sweet creamy whip, a chocolatey swirl, a
see
dash
here.
of peppermint.
As you're traveling through the mountains,
A little gift to give yourself. Find your chair on the Starbucks app today.
yeah, let me see. Yeah. Paragon would point out, just because he has the passive perception feat, some minor altercations happening in the mountains. It looks to be dark dwarves. They don't seem to want any of that smoke, though.
They don't want that smoke.
You see them fighting with something, maybe amongst themselves, but they are not trying to come your way. All right. So, moving up, we'll get you on the 10 trail. I'll say we got to Bryn Shander, which is the first major city for the 10 towns. You know that you are going to have to go towards the Sea of Moving Ice.
Was?
What's up?
Is that where the ship was?
Yes. It's also reportedly where the male generally is seen of the mating pair. Yeah, so we are currently in Bryn Shander. Large city. Inland, so it's a little weird looking, but it is walled off in a circle. Definitely most populous up here. Maybe not the biggest city you guys have seen, but definitely the biggest city you're going to see up here. Let me see. Is there anything specifically you might want to do while you're in this town? Like, I won't make you do a whole shebang for it, but like, if you're like, oh, we want to ask around about a question, I'll see if there's people around willing to talk. Like, you should have enough provisions and stuff to get through.
Yeah, you should be and we gathered a bunch of information about the surrounding area in
Hang
the last town. So,
Can I do? I'm gonna do this. Where art thou? Spam, 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 spam.
spam a lot.
A decent picture to show for Bryn Shander, approaching from the outside. And then I'll give you a little more of a... There we go.
Potions? Anything? We good?
Yeah, your ranger is very proficient in potions.
Yeah,
I'd say there wouldn't be too much here that you would need to actually pick up.
Spend a night? Move on.
Yeah, I was gonna say, traveling through those mountains and stuff, not being accustomed to the cold, I'd say you probably need to rest up at least a little bit. But yeah, we'll get you good and tidied up.
Cold
Lord's
gear.
Alliance would have paid. Let's see. Yeah, Lord's Alliance would have given you a place to rest when you get there and catch your bearings. That'd be the North Look Inn by the North Gate. And yeah.
Yeah, I would think traveling in the cold, my wings would actually be frozen over my shoulders, and I would not be able to move them as well.
Did you cold gear?
Say that again.
Yep.
Do you not have cold gear? Because we all had cold gear earlier in the campaign.
It is not.
Because we would have. Okay. I had known that, we would have gotten it before we set out. But okay,
Retroactively?
here if we
Well,
can.
I have in my inventory 2 sets of clothes and costumes. One of them can just be a set of insulated stuff.
Hey, you got 5 gold on you, Balazar?
Yeah, I do.
Cool, you got a nice heavy polar bear fucking skin coat.
Yeah, I was gonna say, no sense risking that. What you said, Northlook Inn?
Yeah. People seem to be pretty merry. It's been about a year or so. It's been, not terribly long since they've had their sunlight return. But people seem to be in better mood than you would imagine from all you've heard from the North folk. But I'd say if you're at the inn, if you're trying to poke around and see if there's any leads on, Arcane Brotherhood looking for this chick, they would be a little more reserved, and they are trying to be the shining example up here, so they're not trying to associate themselves with potentially shady characters. But you'll hear one guy, he looks a little grungier. They're like, you might want to try your luck up in Targos. You've got a little more loose lips, especially if you've got the coin. They're more welcoming of people of different flock too. And lucky for you, yeah, Targos would be towards the Sea of Ice. Travel? Targos, yeah?
Makes sense to me.
Yeah. Didn't want to hold you up too long. Want to help get you there?
No, we did spend the night, so I get my failed spell back, right?
Yes, yeah.
Just double checking.
You make your way to Targos. You go to try and find... It's a tavern. You figured people will be looser if they got a drink in their hand. You find the Pimpin' Penguin.
No!
The outside of this structure seems to be salvaged wood from a ship that has been arranged to look like the face of a penguin.
Do we recognize any of the patrons / owner?
When you enter, you do. You enter. Tokris is annoyed because he's not used to the cold. He doesn't like wearing all these clothes, so he's just going to get drunk. And he walks up to the bar, and suddenly you see him kind of stop and very shyly walk towards the bar. You look over towards the stage. There's the white dragonborn that he paid for a night with.
Do I notice this? Do I notice this interaction / this happen?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
I am gonna bust his balls so hard. The whole time we're here.
How well is she performing on stage? Like, is it musical performance? What is it?
Funnily enough, she's doing open mic comedy.
Okay.
I was like, what would she be doing? And you know what? When I made them go through the Fey Carnival, my buddy got up to the Charisma Challenge and decided to go with open mic comedy and killed it. Fucking made fun of Baba Yaga to Baba Yaga's face.
Oh,
Baba
God.
Yaga loved it. Everyone was shitting themselves in the crowd. But yeah. I'd say you probably notice it when Tokris is starting to walk towards the bar and sees it. And he's like, oh God. And she makes she's not subtle about it at all. She immediately calls him out while she's on stage. And starts talking about all that stamina, maybe he should have saved an action surge for the bedroom.
Yeah.
You notice as you get to the bar, there's a red tiefling with a goatee, dressed in very scandalous outfit. Why yes, welcome to the Pimpin' Penguin. What are we all having tonight? Each other, I hope.
Everybody's red.
I still have the polar bear fur over my shoulders, right? So no one really has noted. I really haven't tried to throw out my wings, right?
Still thawing them out
Yeah.
probably after that jacket.
Balazar, give me perception.
Perception. Okay.
Oh boy.
+4. Total is 24. Give me a second and I'll send you a picture.
So when you hear the joke, you're like, that's fucking hilarious. And you turn to see who said this. You're entranced. This very alluring white dragonborn woman who has this long, sensual white tail. Which you know immediately is not a dragonborn thing. Like,
No.
that's dragon blood. So it's kind of like, you shouldn't have wings.
The wings. Right.
That's it. That's why I was like, you give me this perception because this would be odd to you. Everyone else might just be like, maybe it's it's like corgis. Sometimes they have crop tails, sometimes they don't.
Maybe it's royalty. She ran away.
But yeah, you're at the bar. Our tiefling is asking you a question. What brings you in?
The cold.
Well, yes, but she sits there and leans in and just kind of smells the air.
Out of game.
Well, southern climate. Why would you waste your time in such a frigid place?
Out of game.
Gently stroking the bottom of
Am I?
Tornos' chin. What's up?
Okay, yeah, I'm coming through. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. At a game, we're looking for a female tiefling and the mask that's up somewhere in the sea of moving ice, right?
The mask that's rumored. You're not quite sure where the mask is.
Okay.
You've been led to believe that it is up here, though.
Okay. And then the job we got from the guy with the sled is to transport a tiefling, but then we found the teacher of said tiefling, and now we're looking for said tiefling.
It was transport. He led you to believe it was, bring this person up north. He's like, no. You have to find her up north and bring her home.
Okay. All right. So
Seriously looking for a white mask.
I wouldn't even go that far. I would more so tell the tiefling. All right, back in game. Says, well, we're on a little search and rescue and trying to find an item or two of grave importance, but mostly, as you see, and I wave my hand and show him the blue scales, I am not attuned to such cold weather.
Of course, my dear. It's why I keep it rather warm in here for our more warm-blooded friends.
Now, out of game real quick before you go on, because I have something for this. You said she put her finger under my chin?
Yeah, just like a, like a
Just
playful...
kind of like a come here.
Yeah.
So I'm
Just
going
like
to grab her
stroking the-
gently by the wrist, put one hand on her hip, and move one step closer, look her dead in the eyes, and be like, well, we are on a mission. And start to... Is there music playing?
A little bit. It seems like this was the break for Sue Fire to do her stand-up routine. But there's like some faint music playing in the background.
I'm going to gently waltz with this woman and convey, essentially, we're looking for someone, we're under contract, do you know anything?
It's shocked.
Well, I
No.
certainly do hear quite a few things about quite a few people. What's it? I'm trying to think. Lean in real close. And like, I was like, you wouldn't happen to be looking for me?
Someone of my persuasion, actually. And I'll kind of like lean up toward my horns.
This person is also a tiefling.
He missed that part of the description.
No, but I'm making it out of game. Is this who we're looking for? Do I know? Yes, no.
Not who you're looking for.
Okay. Well,
So,
someone
who
of
you
our
looking right now?
persuasion.
Yeah. Who are you looking
Yeah.
at right now?
I was definitely imagining him for whatever reason, and I'm like,
No, 100% based off of Frankenfurter from Rocky Horror and him.
okay,
This is my madam of the brothels. One of
okay,
my favorite characters.
okay. I thought that's where this was going, and I'm like, I'm not gonna open my mouth just in case I'm wrong.
I'm
Yeah,
like,
they're neither here nor there. They're very androgynous. They can change.
One
It's
question.
part of why they are the madam currently. They did their time being one of the girls, and now this is how they like to be. But yeah. Do you say the name of who you're looking for?
yes.
Hold that thought, dear. And just gives you a little boop on the nose, and you feel nothing in your hands. It just, and you see behind the bar, they are laying on the bar, thumbing through what looks to be a ledger. Just like laying stomach-wise down on the bar with their legs kicking up in the air.
Would I notice the spell that she used?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just making sure that I'm thinking she just used Dimension Door.
No.
Oh. Okay, so it was Dimension Door. Hmm.
There's a few ways to move in this game.
Yeah. I would say Scott would be familiar with this. It was Misty Step.
Ah. Okay. Yeah, I don't. Have, I
Oh, okay.
don't have Misty
Okay.
Step.
I can
Okay.
respect the game, as I'm still kind of lightly keeping pace with the waltz that we were having to see if, you know.
I'd say as a tiefling, and someone that has spent some time with the Archfey, you know this being is not fully what they present themselves as.
Got it.
Scott, how
Seems definitely
how
a tiefling. Something extra.
Can I? Would it
Scott,
be
real quick.
insight? Which one? Hang on.
how tall is Tarnos?
6'2"?
Okay, so you're not that much shorter. You're not that
Seven.
much shorter than me.
No.
All right. Yeah, no, because I am. Yeah, I'm 6'5". Yeah, Balazar is 6'5".
Tim, question.
Yes.
Can I roll? Like, would I have to roll to notice how old she looked?
Yeah.
Like up close.
Let's see.
Would that be insight, perception, what?
What do you have proficiency in?
I think I have advantage on proficiency for perception once a day, but other than that, that's it.
I can give you perception then, yeah.
That was
See, perception, investigation, depending on whatever's higher for you.
Dude, you don't have
yeah.
wisdom versus intelligence. You get +1.
Okay. Well, thank you for the advantage. 18 flat.
Uh,
But it's twice per day, by the way.
They look to be in their 30s, but that tickle of they don't seem like they're fully a tiefling or
Yeah.
whatever. It's like they look like 30, but how long have they looked like they're 30? You get the idea that time is kind of relative for this person.
Yeah. Okay. Good enough.
Yeah, so while they're thumbing through the ledger, you feel a tug on your cape.
Turn around.
Yeah. You turn around, you're looking, you're like, what? And then you look down, like, yeah, if you're gonna fondle the merchandise, you're gonna have to ante up some coin. And he winks
Alright.
and gives you a nudge with his wooden prosthetic. It is the purveyor of the Pimpin' Penguin, Skiday. The Pimpin' Penguin himself.
Apologies, good sir. And what do I owe you? Well, her, them, they. I don't.
First
What
one's
is-
free. You last. Like, ah. It's like you just feel the heat on the back of your neck as you hear, "I'm whatever you want me to be, dear." You turn around and they are not next to you.
I'm gonna go to
But yeah,
cast
What do you-
message and go to
Okay.
Tornos. Try to get what you can. I am going to spread my wings a minute. I'm gonna try to look for the nearest restroom or closest to the fireplace out of sight.
there's not many places out of sight here. But yeah, there's a nice big hearth. You see some people kind of gravitate towards. In the meantime, I was like, the rest of you guys would recognize this gentleman from the caravan. So he's just kind of giving you a nudge, like, "Oh yeah, I remember you guys," and he's just kind of fucking with you a little bit.
Okay.
I was like, "Oh, Daddy, just the person we were looking for. My new friend here is in search of someone. Perhaps, someone you're familiar with?" I'd say you notice a sigil of the Arcane Brotherhood on him, but it looks very old. So you don't. I'd say you'd reckon he found this as opposed to he was given this.
Thank you, County. That was more.
There you go, McCath. All right. I was like, McCath. Huh. Well. Yeah, she had stopped in town for a little bit. I tried to haggle with her, learn some new spells. They're always cooking something new in that tower. But, she was far too invested in her reading to really take in the sights here. Okay. You see him kind of put his finger to his head, and there's just a faint glow from his finger. Yes. Yeah, I think actually one of our buddies set them up. What's up?
No, that was my background.
Oh, no worries. I think one of my buddies actually set them up with a ship not too long ago, but yeah, that's a bit odd. The contract was not for this long. Like, well, he sits there and he snaps his fingers, and you see a map fly out from, like, you don't even know where this came from, just seemingly shoots towards his hand. He unravels it and says, "I know she was looking into the dragons. I kind of told her she's not going to want to deal with Arvia Terrace. Crazy bitch. You never know what mood she'll be in." So Armanthor should be, and he circles a spot in the sea of ice. Let me bring this up because I just realized I can actually mark it on this map for you. Like, well, he normally makes his home on this floating iceberg, so it's never really one place. But I'd go poke around. Say, oh, that's not draw shape. Here we go. Yeah, he reckons should be around here. The last word that he heard of this iceberg was in that general region. But tells you steer clear. There is an island. Let's see. I'll make this red. Told you, don't go that direction. It's like we got, me and my friends, we got rid of its previous inhabitant, but you never really know. Gods and all. But then I'll tell you, that Frost Maiden really was one frigid bitch. But, let's see. Trying to think if he would have any more information that would help you. Armanthor. He gave you the names of the 2 dragons, so I'm not sure if you had the names.
We had the male, I don't know if you told us the female.
You got the careful, he's a real tricky son of a bitch. He's been trying to woo Arviaturus for quite some time. But yeah, I suppose there wouldn't be too much else. He could tell you along the tundra. Huh. Yeah, keep an eye out. There's some undead that wander. So keep an eye out for glows. And yeah, he's gonna look over at Balazar and he's like, you might want to dye that. Run into an interesting character a few times and we just never seem to get off on the right foot.
What is he referring to?
What's that?
What is he referring to? You might want to dye that. What does he want him to change color of?
The polar bear skin.
Oh.
And there's a Goliath tribe up here. They have a few protectors that wander the tundra, but they take polar bear form. So if you see a werebear, don't hit it. I'd say just to try to avoid hitting any polar bear until you're sure it's really a polar bear. We've made that mistake too many times.
Any other interesting things we may come across on our adventure here? Hither and thither, to and fro, back and forth, in and out, hippity-hoppity, licking the split, clocking the jizz, grinding the axe up to no good.
Your normal stuff. Giants don't like to be fucked with, or their mammoths. Yeah. It's luckily you guys came at a good time. We seem to have a little bit of peace up here after our struggles. You don't seem to be going towards the hills, so you shouldn't encounter too many of the Durgar. But keep an eye out for them too. They got this glass that's real troublesome. And he flicks you a little shard that looks almost like obsidian. He's like, careful now, don't break that unless you need it. You feel it, it's warm. Who's got Arcana?
One moment, please.
I only have regular.
I only have a +1.
I don't have a straight proficiency, but I got half proficiency on it.
Aragon has a +4 if he's there.
Aragon?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, Scalero has proficiency in Arcana. He's here.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I feel like Scalero might have come across this in his travels. Arcana check, William?
21.
Tight. This is Shard Allen. It is very brittle. It's like glass almost. It's black. It is very unique in that it absorbs spells. You notice there's a large... Yeah, okay, I was gonna say, you notice a large, it looks almost like a jaw, like the bottom part of a jaw, hanging over the bar. This looks to be one of the teeth. Not to burn more time on it, he'll give you the skinny on this tough bastard. Those Duragar slapped together. A Shardalan dragon. Is like him and his friends managed to vanquish this a couple years ago. But in that tooth is going to be a fireball spell. So just throw it and it'll break and it'll fireball.
Now, would I know if I could go into a bag of holding without going implosion?
Yeah, it'll be fine. So yeah, the jaw that you see, it looks like that armored bottom half of its face.
Damn.
So I was gonna try and put a couple more, shoehorn a couple more of their characters into it, but I'm like, yeah, they're in the brothel. Everyone would have fucked off to their individual dwellings at that point, in their adventures. But yeah, if you guys want to take in the sights, you can chill. But he gave you a little help, some pointed you in the right direction.
How much time did it take to get between towns?
Like an hour.
So I mean, maybe eat something while he's telling us stuff and then head out?
Yeah.
Keep pushing? What do you guys think?
Yeah.
He gives you guys a bottle that has like a shot glass for the cap. It's Goodberry wine.
Wonderful.
15 shots in it. A shot satiates you for a day.
What?
Goodberry. Made into wine.
Wonderful.
But yes.
I had a different definition of the Goodberry. I'm still making something else.
Yeah, the Goodberry, you eat one and it's kind of like elven bread. It fills you.
I thought there was a druid spell called Goodberry.
It is. It's literally, yeah.
Healing those wild.
Their campaign, they found an awakened Goodberry bush, and in their spot up north, their drug den. This one's the brothel.
Right.
In their drug den, they did a spell of plant growth and nurtured them back to health, and now he produces good berries, and they make it into wine.
That's fucking amazing. And I want a spell of what is it? A potion of something.
Here's what's happening.
Yes. Onward. Anything else anyone wants while they're in there?
I'm good. If we're good on potions, we're good. That's all I care about is heals.
I had 8 during the trip, travel, whatever. I could probably try to make more.
So yeah, go ahead and push on. I'm assuming run along the side of Mare Dualden. You can cut across. You have that boat sled.
In front of the map.
Who wants to cross? I'm terrified of water. For anybody watching, I am not fond of water.
Well, I mean, it's not much worse to go along the shoreline of it. Like if we're here, we could just you know.
Unless Balazar is in the front of the sledder wagon, I'm in the back portion of the cart, kind of huddled around with my tail, just trying to keep as warm as I can.
Hold everything, you're good. And we had that fire in our belly.
It's lightning, technically.
Scalero in his linen robe, just hanging out.
Oh, it's Scalero with his linen robe.
He's in it. That's all I'm picturing is this Scalero like, it's not that cold.
No, wouldn't he be older?
Yeah. Either way, you guys can start making your way. Highlights, I would say you'd see essentially the Loch Ness Monster.
Yeah,
Yeah. You'd make your way onto shore. Notice there was a kind of fallen tower around here. Start heading up. Give me another survival. Whoever's steering.
But again, if you guys want.
I think it would be my turn.
Okay. Do you want advantage? Or
No, I'm good. 22.
Good. You managed to navigate your way through. The weather's, turned a little bit, but nothing too intense. But even in, the light whiteout, you managed to make your way. Get to the coastline. So along the coastline, there's not much to be seen, really. You notice there are some kind of native people. Some are in the actual ice floes, trying to hunt. Some are sitting along the shoreline. It looks like maybe preparing like the fish or the seal that they caught. Yeah. Like before you see a large ocean filled with slats of ice clacking together periodically. How are you proceeding? So, to reiterate, you are looking for... The assumption is something bad happened to Metcalf because she went to try and ask questions of these dragons. And her vessel went missing in the Sea of Moving Ice.
Right. Does it look like any of the icebergs are sturdy enough or thick enough to be able to hold us and the sled?
At New York Presbyterian, we have
some of them do, yeah.
cares. From routine checkups to
Your sled can also be a boat.
Say, didn't we find out I can float?
Like advancing minimally
Was that?
surgery to make
I was gonna say, didn't we find out it could float?
faster. Because
Yeah.
your health is as important to us
We don't see any
as
bits
you.
of
Learn more
shipwreck,
at
do we?
NYP.org/women.
You do, but they look like they've been there.
New York Presbyterian.
nothing reasonable with the
Yeah.
Call of
Boat
Duty
name.
Modern Warfare 2 is here, and so is Mountain Dew.
So,
Unlock in-game rewards.
I'll say at your
XP, even Call of Duty points.
at your
Engaging and visit
not advantage. At your in your toolkit currently, you have some items from like the ship that she was on, as well as you have a general idea of the direction. And you were told that the layer is going to be one of these icebergs. So, you can lead a horse in water.
So,
Well, I guess if
like, I think don't we know he's vain or something?
Those kind of, in general, dragons are very vain.
Yeah, I thought the teacher said something specific for us to use information-wise besides vain, but I can't remember what it was. Never mind that.
well,
I'd say boat it.
yeah, let's just head forward or towards the iceberg.
Right? You will have to search.
Okay. Investigation check.
This will be survival, as you have to navigate through the ice flows, and then perception.
I'll give him advantage. Because I got nothing.
Okay. At advantage. It's 22. Both of them are fucking 18. Are you kidding me?
Hey, be happy for
Yeah.
it. Fuck what?
I am. I'm just like, the fuck. 22.
Okay. 22. So yeah, you managed to get into the water, and some finagling. You managed to get through the ice flows. Sleipnir is having no trouble running upon the water itself.
Okay. Well, that's good. I'd probably turn back to Tornos with whatever he's doing in the back of the cart and
I'm
go.
on my horse, bud.
Oh,
I'm
you're on the
leading
horse.
This thing. That's why I'm like, I will give you everybody advantage because I am on my steed.
Okay. It's like, well,
It's an 8-legged horse. Giraffe
By the
horse.
Balzar would probably say something along the lines, by the divines, that's very useful. Or very handy, whatever.
No.
I'm sorry, Des?
I didn't know if it would want a group perception check since we need one to find it, and we're all probably looking for whatever was described to us. Or if he wants just one person to roll / advantage.
No, we're navigating with some ease over the ice, you said.
I
don't know
wasn't
if you want-
about navigation. He said we'd have
You guys have 4th level spell slots?
perception to find it.
I have 2 4th level spell slots, yes.
What's that for?
I'm trying so hard not to caca at you.
Out of game, find path.
I don't have fine path.
That literally every member of this party has access to.
The only 2 spells I have are Dimension Door and Phantasmal Killer at level 4.
Yeah, so I was like, that's fair. But you know what you're looking for, right? You're looking for a big fuck you white dragon? What could help you find this white dragon? Or potentially locate this white dragon? Or this creature? Caca.
Low-key creature.
Every day, so it wouldn't be me. I mean, I have favorite foe, but I think they changed the rules for that.
Well, you are a ranger, aren't you, Des?
Yeah.
They don't get 4th levels.
No,
So
I know they don't
I-
have 4th level. I think the only ones with a 4th level is me and you, Scalero.
Yes.
Because if I remember correctly, a paladin's a half caster.
Yes.
Okay.
They do get 4th levels, it's not till much later for them.
I
Right.
was gonna say
I
like
was gonna
what,
say,
10,
this is
12?
accessible to Rangers, but I was like, what?
I'm fairly
Alright,
certain
yeah,
it was
you-
like 10, 12 for Pallies.
Okay.
That's where shit really starts to kick off.
That's fair. Yeah. So you will potentially have access to that spell, so.
Yeah, and it's not a spell I took, unfortunately.
Out of game, don't I have Find Path? Like, I'm 90% certain I have Find Path.
Well, you'd have to check your character sheet. I mean,
One moment. Headset's off. Oh, I got the RV real quick.
Will is a grave cleric. I mean, his. Let's see. Let me open.
Locate creature requires the creature to be familiar to me, so I don't know if.
Not necessarily. It can also be a generalized thing. It can be creature known to you or the nearest creature of a specific kind, such as a human or a unicorn. So if you go ancient white dragon. Oh, so long as you've seen the creature up close within 30 feet of least once. Damn, that's whack. Wait, yeah. Okay, so yeah, you would be able, you saw a different one. My bad. I forgot that's not the same one.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, I know you're not cawing because I'm like,
Mixing
I
up my-
know I'm missing something.
I mixed that up. My other group had actually met this one. I was like, fuck.
I mean, even as a grave cleric, all he really has, specialty-wise, is eyes of the grave or something he can use to. But nothing to locate a creature.
Well then, how about we give me perception checks. 3 perception checks.
From individuals or 3 each?
Up to you guys. You want to see who can roll better?
Perception, so I suggest letting me roll at least one of those options.
Okay, I have a +4 to perception.
Anybody
Or
else?
survival, if someone has good survival, more than perception.
Not me!
Yeah, both of them are +4 due to my jack of all trades ability.
Take it. It's a fucking dragon.
All right, so 3 perception checks.
How many did you want?
3.
Alright, well, I'm doing at least one of them because I got a +9. Tell me how many you want me to do.
Do 2 of them. I'll do 1.
13 plus 9 and 19 plus 9.
22 and 28.
Okay.
21, 17 +4.
Wow.
Okay. Let me see here. You son of a bitch. Okay, so we're in the sea of moving ice. And so,
It's a season of giving back. That's why Kia is expanding our partnership with St. Jude Children's Research Hospital and making a donation
Guys.
for every eligible new car purchase during the holidays through Kia's Accelerate the Good program.
you guys start to
Movement
navigate your way a little more to the open side of
Kia vehicle that is
the
now
waters.
produced at authorized Kia dealerships
Uh,
and delivered to retail customers between November 11th, 2022 and December 31st, 2022.
You
with a guaranteed minimum donation of $1
realize you're going to be looking for a very large iceberg, so
Season of Giving Back for details.
it helps you kind of narrow down a broad area. You investigate a couple, that you've seen. It looks like there's just like seals hanging out on one of them. At one point, you do notice something kind of hit your boat from underneath, and you notice like a tentacle begin to come up and try and wrap around before suddenly the tentacle goes limp, and you see a massive whale with a harness on its back just kind of rise up and look at you guys like, you should stay safe out here, and then plunge down and bring the rest of the squid with him to eat.
Tornos is
Okay.
silently terrified.
It's like, well, I'll be. That was nothing in the normalcy.
For the last piece, what's up?
No, I was more role playing and trying to find the cave and be like, well, Tamara, found a little more seals in this one. Anything over by you?
Eating a tentacle.
Yeah. So yeah, you would eventually find it. You'd make pretty short work. Otherwise, I was gonna say because it is a pretty steep survival check to find it very quickly. But yeah, you guys pass it, and you manage to coming through the sea a bit more. You notice there's this weird-looking iceberg. It's got these huge peaks to them, but like almost flattened too. It just looks odd comparatively to the rest of these icebergs that are floating by. So it draws your eye, and you start to kind of close in. See here. Get it? Come on. Did a rough sketch of it. Make your way up to this thing. The peaks look to be 200 to 300 feet in the air. But as you get closer, who wants to give me a perception check?
I'll do
Because
it.
you managed to find this massive.
Tamara's got it.
I'm gonna say, is anybody looking, or am I doing it single? Is it-
I will throw a bardic inspo at you.
Just how about we look at it?
All right, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, +9.
19 plus 9.
There you go. You manage to see that there are steps carved into the ice on along one of the sides here. Do you
Are they like
stop?
it's like a big lizard one, or like humanoid size?
They look to be humanoid size.
And you
So this seems to be a little bit more deliberate of an iceberg. You notice even like as you guys travel around the outside of it, looking for the way up, you notice it looks kind of like something rounded off some of the edges to it, like intentionally.
it's like this dragon might be used to having company, or at least his iceberg is humanized size, not big lizard.
So the stairs go up about 100 feet, I'd say, before there's like a plateau or like a stop off point. Do we tie off and go adventure?
This seems like a good place as any. What about you guys?
I would have to agree.
to battle, and I'm gonna stealthily put my shield up, pull out my spear, like shield wall status, and start stealthily making my way up the steps. Well, as stealthy as possible in heavy armor.
Trace if we think we need it. But good thing we've also already found Seamus. Do we want to try stealthing, or do we want to just...
It's up to you. You guys making your way stealthily? You guys climbing up and seeing what's what?
That's what I'm asking.
I'm doing the stealths. I don't know about anybody else.
Then I will cast Pass without a trace on us before we... as we leave the boat. Kind of deal.
Okay.
I'm going to say, Will, you are going to need something on your feet to help with this. Just because our elf... Oh, actually, probably Paragon, too.
I thought Paragon's in like a powered down mode and kind of just stuck in like a fetal position.
I'm anticipating him coming in tonight, so but he didn't show up, so yeah, he's still catatonic.
Okay.
But yeah, I was gonna say it's very slippery. It's ice. Our elf is a little more nimble and used to having to traverse difficult terrain.
And with the claws on, kind of the claws or talons on my feet, I can just dig into the ice and.
And then I would say, Scott, once you get to more level area, if it's still ice, you'll need something on your hooves too. I figured, because you have hooves, climbing up shouldn't be an issue for you, as they are specifically designed. Goat style.
Pass without a trace is +10, right?
Yep.
Okay, so
I was
that
hoping
is
something-
I have a 29 in stealth.
Yeah. Roll me stealth if we're going with stealth.
I'm going stealth.
22. Right, 22. Excuse me, 25.
29. But I know pittance are something to do with climbing gear, but would that help with ice?
Climbing gear, yes. Yeah, climbing gear, perfect.
Huh?
Climbing gear would be perfect.
I was gonna say, I definitely know my back came with pittance, so I would offer them to Scalero, but help him gain some footing.
Awesome. I was really hoping one of you guys would have a climbing pack.
I have a backpack full of 5 items, a bedroll, a candle, a disguise kit, rations, and a water scan. That's it.
You'd have also had like an entertainer's pack or something. Anywho. Scalero, I doubt you rolled. I don't know. We'll see what the dice say. Give me that stealth. With the trace on there. He said something?
No, it was me, I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah.
$16 total.
With the +1?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, I'm happy that it was at least 16 with that +10 because I was like, yeah, I should make him roll, not just assume that he would get like a 20-something.
Also,
Yeah.
retroactively, I would like to don the purple cultist robe going into this.
Okay. Yeah, no, you should be able to just kind of plop that on. So, but yeah, you guys make your way stealthily up the side of this hill.
And I couldn't stop.
Then you do.
But the cravings were way worse.
Then I heard about 844 Reach NJ.
They connected me to treatment, and I
Yeah.
had a healthy baby.
Grab all you guys.
Was the call that made the difference.
Thank goodness I made the call.
So glad I made the call for both of us.
Massive.
You or someone
Here
you
we go.
love is struggling with addiction, call 844 Reach NJ from the New Jersey Department of Human Services.
Good news.
Gang's all here.
More residents are
are getting quality, affordable health coverage through Get Covered New Jersey. Established by Governor Murphy,
Let's see.
Get Covered New Jersey offers increased plan choices and more savings than ever.
Like where?
Open enrollment is here. If you need health insurance, now is the time
You
to
guys
enroll.
are.
9 in 10 people get financial help for plans that include preventive care, prescriptions,
Let's see.
emergency services, and more. And many pay $10 a month or less. Find your
Oh,
plan
no.
at getcovered.nj.gov.
Westchester Medical Center Health Network's new Health Alliance Hospital is now open in Kingston. Go to hahv.org for more
Come on,
information.
man.
That's hahv.org.
That one's lame. I'm just gonna use the same damn token for all of them. All right. You see that it is a town, so much as some of those natives that you saw on the mainland. Seem to be trappers, skinners. Most of the actual buildings are small, like one room kind of buildings, huts, igloos, things of the like. You guys are currently unnoticed.
Does there look to be some type of cave entrance past the village, or like a big steep mountainside that might?
So when you guys get up here, it looks to be it's got these jagged ice peaks that are surrounding this central area that's like a plateau. It's not perfectly flat, but it's pretty flat. It's a village on top of this area.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had snow shelters, tents, igloos, things like this. Let's see. You don't notice too many things, I'd say, that could, look like a cave or anything. It looks mostly like it's just a chunk of ice here.
What do we get from the outside when you're going around it?
Was it?
I didn't see any entrances on the way around it, like lion zones.
Not particularly. It didn't look like there was much. It looked like it was pretty much a solid block of ice.
And they have not seen us yet, right?
No, not yet.
I'm thinking out of game. I'm thinking strolling like we own the joint, but in game, DM, what do I see? Do I see anything that resembles any type of cult or anything like of the holy variety, or
They give me perception.
Cool. Oh, that's not great. Yeah, that's an 11.
Okay. You don't see much in the way of dragon iconography. You see some like totems and stuff. I was like, I wanted to give you some, but you beat the spread, but you didn't do great. So you don't have details on the totem, but it doesn't look like it's dragons all around.
I'm gonna throw the hood up, but I'm gonna purposely poke holes in it if there are not already holes for horns.
Yeah.
Just a game. The robe just looks like a purple robe. It was the masks that gave it its status, right?
There was masks and there was like the clasps and stuff. So yeah, I think he doesn't have I think he has one of the basic ones, so it's maybe has a little bit of gold or white stitching on the outer edges, but it's mostly just like a purple cloak.
Yeah.
Or did you grab a fancy one?
No, it's just a purple cultist robe.
I think I'd have hers in the pack somewhere. I know I had her blanket. I'd have to double check, but I'm not wearing it either way, so I'm just in my normal getup. Did you dye the jacket like was suggested before we left, or no?
To whom?
You were the only one who had a fair jacket.
Stay with your disguised self stuff. You could.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I was going through. I was looking at the, re-looking at my equipment, and I noticed I fucked something up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would change the glamour of the studded armor.
All right. So yeah. Scott, you begin making your way towards the town, just openly, or you're still sneaking up on the town?
Pretty openly. I'm just gonna try to like, oh, and what's this over here, and how's this going over here, and just kind of nonchalantly saunter up and see if we gain any attention.
And so as you begin to walk up, you notice there are, let's see if they actually have a token for me. Probably there. Okay. I will make a little orb. Boop. There are all these things that at first you thought maybe, you saw the totems, you figured, oh, maybe these are those statues or something. God damn it with this fucking thing. Can it just delete that damn circle? Like, I can't draw the circle I want, but it'll pepper all these little ones on there. Right. Draw. Circle. Bam. Bam. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you notice there's a lot of these little statues. And as you're getting closer, you realize, wow, these are really well-detailed statues. These
Not
are
actually statues.
Yeah. Ooh, I just accidentally pasted a bunch more people. That was not what I was trying to do.
Lies.
Copy the circle. There you go. Paste. That's what I was trying to do. Yeah, and there look to be these little statues all over the outer edge of town.
They look.
Humanoid or animalistic? What?
They're a mixture. Aside from that, you see there's as a ranger, I'd say you'd know right away. Whale bones, seal bones, things like that. It looks like they're the remnants that you mostly see up here are animal remnants, but these statues are mostly humanoid. Some of them look to be people from the village. Same kind of look to them. I'd say. I mean, just for brevity's sake, they look like Inuits. They have the tanner skin. They're a little shorter than your average hunter. But they look to be like a distinct race, or a distinct race from the other humans up here, especially the Ragged Men that you may have seen a little bit. Those guys are going to be larger, Nord-looking sons of guns. But these guys, among them, you begin to pass.
I say that she's moved, or say we're much so.
What was that? Oh, yeah, Scott said that he was going to make his way into town. Are you guys following, or?
Yeah, that's what. The statues, did they were there and just noticing that they were giving us attention, or did they spring up as Tornos and we got?
For sure. Well, yeah, as you start to pass some of these statues, you notice Some look like the locals of this village. There are a few that look to be Luskan warriors, as well as like a dwarf. And yeah, you begin to kind of press into town, and you notice people are staring. Seems to be a little bit of a commotion. They don't seem to be speaking in a language you can tell, that you know. But yeah, he certainly gathered their attention.
I'm just gonna walk up with like hands free, spear on the back, kind of tucked away. Common? Anyone?
Força. Before no other. And you see they kind of look angry. They're not like blades drawn trying to like stab you, but they seem irritated. They don't seem to be a fan of you being on here. But I really don't have a fucking shaman? What the hell is it? How do I not have a shaman in all of these tokens? Alright, well I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna make it it's a goblin one, but it's not a goblin.
It's just supposed to
These
look
are
like the shaman.
people, but on the cap.
Those statues didn't move. They are completely frozen solid.
Okay, so just knows where these are.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like, oh, maybe it's a detailed statue. No, this is a frozen solid person. But yeah, the villagers, you know, are angry, kind of walking up and, you know, just aggressively gesturing with their hands and yelling in a language you're not quite sure. But hearing you speak common, one of them starts to walk up. Isawa! And you see the angry villagers kind of divert their eyes and start to kind of get out of the way. And you see this little older woman. I have common tongue. Why are you intruding?
Is there somewhere more private where we may speak? I don't mean to be disrespectful, but things may not be as they seem.
No secrets in clan.
Fair. I'm gonna gesture toward the statues. These your folk?
See her make a bit of a gesture before she rubs the talisman she's wearing. Some of our kin, yes. Others, intruders.
Can I religion check that amulet?
Yeah.
A religion. Oh, that's fucking horrible. You're in jail. That's a 1, and I have a +4, so that's a 5.
It's like, at the time of my time, I lost the thought.
Give me a second to figure how this is gonna go.
No bardic inspiration is saving you from that one, Scott. Sorry.
It's your twine.
You know what? Because you grew up in a fucking monastery that was all scribes, I will give you advantage for you may have heard.
Yay! It's time to use my favorite dice. Kyle, I hate you. It's an 18 total.
Okay. So that you know, let's see. It seems to be a kind of more basic religion. It's I'm trying to think what it's called in real life. Maybe animism in real life. But yeah, it seems to be a depiction of like a bear, of a whale. Let's see. Yeah, a bear, a whale, an owl. Just it seems a few select animals that you see scattered amongst the people as they wear different talismans. But this is more of a basic kind of tribal religion as opposed to having like a set deity. They worship mother bear or protector fucking whale, things like that. Let's see. Okay. Worship totems out from the world around them. There we go. More specifically, I'll pop that in here. Okay. Totems of animals. Clever Umio, the gray seal. Grandfather Walrus, Great White Bear, and Pindal Pow Pow, the reindeer mother.
I know. But did you see my question?
Your new question? Let's see. What do I do? Yeah, I'd say you'd see it's pretty consistent with what you know.
Since we're not in combat, can I have Kendor kind of relay that imagery to Tornos?
Yeah. Tornos, you suddenly feel something push into your mind. A familiar kind of feeling, though, so
yeah,
you
I'll
don't feel
allow
like offend. Yeah. Kendora seems to be flashing images of those statues. And kind of juxtaposition, flashing images from similar frozen bodies you guys found in that floating castle. Leading you to believe this might be the work of a white dragon.
Are you aligned with such the monstrosity that caused this?
See her face kind of sours a little. White Death is very powerful. Is to be respected and feared. Who has... What's your passive perception, Anna?
16.
16. Okay.
That's wrong.
You don't notice too much, but you notice some of them have begun flanking you guys. Again, not like attacking just yet, but yeah, they definitely are positioning because you guys are the intruders. Let's see here. But yeah, she tells you, the White Death is powerful and to be feared and respected. People around are still kind of angrily gesturing with their hands and, showing you that they are displeased with your presence.
Trying to intrude. We're just trying to find one that might have been lost at sea. It could have ended up here. We're tasked with bringing her home safely, that's all.
No visitors. Visitors meet their end.
Could the one who made the statues have picked her up out of the ocean? Or sea, whatever they use for it? Have you know?
Old White Death died in battle to giants a year ago.
Insight check.
Go for it.
Can't read these fucking tiny things. Alright, so you're +3. Oh man, it sucks. 8 and 3 is what, 11?
11. I mean, she seems pretty adamant.
If he died, why are you fearing? Is there more than one?
Old White Death brought pain, but also protection. Kind of gestures to the floating fortress you guys are sitting in. Who wants to give me perception check?
I can. I see the highest. 19 total. Over 10.
Galero, what do your eyes see? Give me perception.
Eight.
8?
No, 11.
Oh god. Okay.
Not much better.
It's better than a 10.
You can assume.
Okay.
Do you have one time?
Yes.
That's right. That's what.
V. So you sit there, you know, the dog's barking, people kind of angrily gesturing at you. What is it? What is it? Why are you here?
Well,
Leave.
go on.
No, she's just telling you that you should leave.
Well, if you guys are safe and our quarry is not here, then we will have no issue. As I reach for my spear.
Weekend plans? Check out what's happening at your local Lowe's. Weekend
You
at
see-
Lowe's gives you and your family the opportunity to make us your weekend destination. Stop by for free
Oh,
workshops, events, and activities for everyone
Let's
to
see
enjoy.
here.
Check out
Okay.
Lowe's.com/events to see this month's lineup, like our Winterfest event, a kids workshop featuring a DIY Christmas ornament. Count on
I'm gonna go with
Lowe's
this
for all
guy
your
because fuck it.
improvement needs.
He looks different.
Gatherings that are fun for all.
The slightly larger of the villagers that was next to the old woman kind of step up with his mace
Just hits different. With FieldSense, our all-new gameplay system, we've changed
and just
the
start
foundation
angrily
of how
yelling
we
at you while pointing his mace.
for more seamless action all over the field. Plus, enjoy improvements to favorites like Face of the Franchise.
Just gibberish from
and
what you can
Franchise
tell. You don't
Mode.
speak
So
the
our
language.
might be game day for New York. With new
Yeah,
EA
so-
Madden NFL
White
23,
Death
it's
instead of
always
just
game.
White Death.
EA Madden NFL
Are you
23.
protecting Young?
Play
Is that
like
why you're
Madden.
so keen on us leaving instead of looking for a lost woman
Hey, Spotifyers.
who may be dying in this very moment?
Listen to Christmas hits, the biggest Christmas songs of all time, brought to you by Starbucks. Find your holiday favorites in the Starbucks app today.
Was it outsiders of no concern to us?
But they might be a concern to the white dragon that lives here.
There is no white dragon.
Insight?
Give me the insight.
I can't see the number. What's the number? That's fucking terrible. I don't even want to say the number.
You guys are killing me with your low rolls right now.
I could tell.
I'm like so trying hard to like hold back. I'm like, oh, I really want to.
All right.
Yeah, do you want to know the number? It's a 4 total. I rolled a 3.
Oh God. All right, so I'm gonna slowly take the guitar off my back.
Excuse me, 6 total. I rolled a 3.
I go to the group. Now, Tim, would they all be able to hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna slowly start to play through my instrument as I say, now, let's all be civil. We understand that we're not wanted. We just need a little information, and a little truth can go a long way. And through the guitar, I need everyone that can hear me to make a wisdom save.
So,
because I'm gonna start
okay,
playing my
all right,
guitar.
Cool. I will absolutely do this. Really? Now I don't roll like absolute dog shit. 17 total. Do I meet the save?
Oh, this is against
all creatures that can hear me.
All creatures.
You don't select?
No, it's all creatures that can hear me while I play this instrument. And yes, Scott, you do save because the spell is my spell DC, which is 16.
Cool. Everybody gets a +4 because of my aura, just so you're aware.
Oh, you get a +4?
Wisdom save?
Wisdom save, yes.
31.
Oh my!
Why couldn't you roll that well on the perception a minute ago? Okay. So they fell.
Yes. They are charmed as while I'm playing this instrument, so I'm going to continue playing.
What's the range on it, actually?
All that can hear me.
Yeah,
There
okay.
There is no range. It's everyone that can hear me.
Alright, that's fair. They hear you. Yeah, so they're charmed.
It's like, now, to be a little bit more truthful, we are searching for a tiefling woman that was shipwrecked, that might have been brought this way. Would you know anything of the sort? As I'm still trying to
Persuasion.
say that again.
Give me advantage on persuasion.
Sure. Alright, persuasion.
This is gonna be good.
Does a 29 do it?
I love these fucking rolls tonight. This is amazing.
Yeah.
Wait,
It's absolutely incredible.
I 100% appreciate the advantage only because the first roll was a 5. Even though it would have been 16. Yeah, I have a +11 on persuasion.
Damn,
Okay,
bro.
so-
Okay.
He sits there. The people seem a little more at ease since you started playing.
Mm-hmm.
She looks kind of solemnly at you, and you see she's tearing up a little. Come. She gestures you to follow her as she shuffles her way.
Okay.
To a little kind of up here.
Follow her. Stay
Following
as close to her as you can out of game. That is the closest we have to a hostage right now as possible. This is the fucking clan leader. Holy
God.
shit.
It worked.
At the
Out of
very
game,
least, respected elder.
out of game. Oh my god, I'm glad that worked.
Because your last time it didn't.
31 wisdom save. Where is this when we're having combat? Like, can we start on this? Like, bless that dice. Fucking give it sage, something, anything. All of the luck.
They're hot. They fold down the animal skin. She sit there, she offers you, it's realistically it's a boiled fish, but it's, preserved enough that it's not really going to make you sick. I'd say our elf here would be able to discern that from her ranger experience.
Okay.
Give you the
A thumbs up. It's like, it looks gross, but it's safe.
Okay, fair enough.
She sits there, and in her broken common, she expresses to you, cheerfully, we have been she says a word in her language.
That's not translating well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shackled. For generations, our kinfolk who try to escape, and she gestures back towards where you saw these statues, are returned to us as a reminder. The beast lives within the iceberg. She shows you, there's this nice tapestry, like kind of on this skin, and she pulls it to the side, and there's a hole that leads underground.
how big?
Big enough for you guys to get in and out.
Okay.
Yeah. He has many who swear loyalty. The horned lady you look for, she is protected, but also shackled. She draws in the. She got like a little sand thing in front of her. It looks like, she's a shaman, holy woman. She does a lot of things, so a lot of times she'll end up making symbols in this patch of sand.
Okay.
She gives you a base outline of the caves that you're going to enter. She gives you a little bit of a heads up on some of the things you'll encounter.
Okay, that's good.
Do you know if she's harmed or ill? Or just captured?
No, just captured. Let's say she'll go on to tell you, like, her people had made this their home, like, generations ago, and they, would float around the sea of moving ice, and they'd fish, and, when the iceberg would get close to land, they'd go back on land and trade and stuff. But this dragon decided he liked this iceberg, and then he really liked that it came with built-in guards, so he pretty much trapped their clan here. Anyone that tries to leave, he specifically will go hunt down, freeze, and return their body to be put on display.
I think out of game I figured something along those lines, but anyway, so as I'm still playing, we appreciate the honesty, and let's see if we can help with your situation as well.
Yeah. Let's see. Use screens, good. All right. Yeah, she bows her head and touches her like totem. And as I help my people as best you can. Beware the trolls.
Trolls?
Trolls is what I heard.
Yeah, she lets you know that there's like kobolds that really do all the dirty work, like running around for the dragon, but the trolls are like the main
guards.
They're the security.
Okay.
But yeah, she lets you into here. It looks like this is a seldomly used tunnel. So if you would like to make your descent in, it's about steps in the shoot, creeping 100-foot tight little spiral of like stairs. Occasionally there's like a little ladder section to go down a little further.
Okay.
But, if you guys are entering, let me get some dex checks.
I dislike you greatly.
You said checks, correct? Now I can only give Bardic Inspo to one person, not a group, right?
I believe so, yeah.
Section a creature other than myself, yeah. Okay, so Scotty.
Yes.
I will give you an inspiration.
Thank you.
It's the season of giving back.
D8.
That's why Kia is expanding our
D8.
partnership with St. Jude Children's
I will
Research
save that
Hospital and making a donation
for right now because I rolled a 19.
during the holidays.
Okay. I have a 19 plus, so I got a 21 on Dex.
And does using rope help at all or no?
If you use rope, I'd say it'll give advantage. If someone rolls shitty, I'll allow them to roll again.
Alright, because I figure between at least two, everybody's got 50 feet of rope on almost every pack, so between two.
I am the only one that.
One person fucks up, the rope will make it an overall pass.
18 plus. Was it? It's not saving throw, it's check, right?
Yes.
So 18 and 3, so 21.
21.
You good?
What about wheel? So we might be heading to work.
Scalero, dexterity.
Willingham?
I think William died.
If you get ready for work.
Yes.
Probably.
It doesn't get any action dex.
Well, even if he rolls poorly, because of the rope, you guys all rolled collectively so well, he'll get a pass.
Okay. So when we're at the bottom of this thing, I'm going to hushily go, well, that worked out.
Oh, before we actually went down, I would have asked the woman to wait till we're down and then untie the rope so I can take it with us. So once we're all down, we'll give her some kind of signal.
Simple enough. Okay. Are we pushing more, or?
We should probably call it because.
Yeah. I was gonna say.
I really want to get to see more of the stuff.
Well, you are entering its lair currently, so this one is gonna be like, make sure you got your spells tucked, ready to go and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, as a bard, I can't change my spells, right?
I know you know what you mean.
Right.
All right.
We can.
I'm gonna end it here. Your boy's a fried egg. Papa Scoots loves you. Enjoy the people in your lives. You won't have them forever unless you were them or a vampire. Even then, be wary of sunlight and stakes. Peace.